what a novel can do when when you translate what you've learned to the academic sphere, is it teaches you a certain degree of modesty and humility. Because you begin to appreciate that, again, in a novel, you appreciate that you can actually spin just about any story. And if you write it well enough, and if if your characters are vigorous enough, and if the plot is persuasive enough, it can ring true. As a matter of fact, novels often ring truer than nonfiction, right? I mean, whom would you read to find out, what war was like? The historian or the novelist? Probably the novelist. I mean, if you want to get a sense for what trench warfare was like, if you want to get a sense of what the Holodomor was like, novels and eyewitness accounts are better than reading academic texts, which just go into numbers and things of that sort. So it teaches you a certain humility, and you begin to realize that since in the arts so many things are possible, you begin to realize that in the claims you make as an academic, perhaps you should be a little more restrained. Perhaps everything you say isn't necessarily the ultimate truth. That's not to say that it is all relative and that truth is impossible. I'm not arguing that at all. I'm not trying to suggest that history and political science or anthropology are like novels or like poetry, but they do have some similarities, and they lead me to the conclusion that we shouldn't be too arrogant. We need to be a little more humble in the kinds of claims we make.